Good morning, students. Today I will continue my topic, that is dementia. So, in the last classes, we have seen about the introduction of dementia, classification of dementia, then history of dementia, definition means what is dementia, then incidence of dementia, etiology, untreatable and irreversible causes of dementia. Then next is treatable and reversible causes of dementia. Then types of dementia, that are 5 types. First is cortical dementia, second is subcortical dementia, third is progressive dementia, fourth is primary dementia, and last is the secondary dementia. Okay, so in next we will discuss about the stages of dementia. So here three stages of dementia are there. First is stage 1 early dementia or early stage or mild stage. ठीक है. Then second is what, middle stage. Then third is final stage. Okay, so first we will discuss about the stage 1 early stage, that is up to 2 to 4 years. Okay, in that cases what happens, the patient having the mild dementia. Okay, the condition of the patient is not moderate or severe, it is mild amount of forgetfulness, memory disturbance or intellectual disturbances there in the first stage. Okay, so first is what, forgetfulness. The person having the mild forgetfulness in this daily activities. Okay, then decline interest in environment, the patient having the lack of interest in the environment things. Okay, इन्वायरमेंट में क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, उनके बारे में ज़्यादा वो अवेयर नहीं रहते हैं. द नेक्स्ट इज़ हेजिटेंसी इन इनिशिएटिंग एक्शन. ठीक है, कोई भी काम करने के लिए उनको थोड़ा सा क्या होता है, घबराहट होता है, वो थोड़ा शर्माते हैं, कोई भी काम अच्छे से कर नहीं पाते, हेजिटेट हो जाते हैं. ओके, दैन नेक्स्ट इज़ पुअर परफॉर्मेंस एट वर्क. ठीक है, कोई भी एक्टिविटीज़ उनको हम लोग देंगे या खुद का भी कोई एक्टिविटीज़ रहता है तो उसको भी अच्छे से वो परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाते हैं. So these all symptoms, or these all symptoms and impairments are present in the mild stage, that is up to 2 to 4 years. Okay, stage 1. Then next we will see about the stage 2 middle stage, that is also called moderate stage. In it is up to 2 to 12 years. Okay, so in that cases what are symptoms are there. First is progressive memory loss, the person having the memory loss that is in the progressive layer, because in the mild condition it is lack of it is mild amount present. Okay, but in the progressive stage it is moderately present, memory loss is present. Okay, so second is what, hesitated in response to questions. Okay, when we will ask any question to the patient will be hesitate while answering the question. Okay, has difficulty in following simple instruction, the patient having the difficulty to follow or to do the simple instruction or task. Okay, then irritable and anxious, when we'll ask something to that person, that dementia person, he will be irritated easily and having the anxious mood. Okay, the next is the wandering, the patient having always wandering behavior. Then neglect personal hygiene, the person even can't do the self personal hygiene. The next is the social isolation, the patient having the lack of communication, so he or she can't maintain the therapeutic or social relationship with the other patient or other colleagues. Okay, so these all symptoms are present in the middle stage or moderate stage, that is up to 2 to 12 years. Okay, the next is stage 3, that is final stage. It is up to years, means up to 12 years, means after 12 years it is present. In that what symptoms are present, first is marked loss of weight because of inadequate intake of food, the person is can't even to do the personal hygiene, the person is not able to do the self care, even he can't able to take food also. Okay, that's why the person having the excessively weight loss. Then next is unable to communicate or unable to maintain the relationship with the others, means the person does not socialize with the other persons. Okay, then does not recognize family, the person in the severe condition even he can't able to recognize his family members. Okay, then incontinence of urine and feces, because the person forget to do that things, and losses the ability to stand and walk. Then because patient was very weak now, due to lack of food. The person is weak and he can't able to stand and walk. The next is that is caused by the aspiration, choking and the pneumonia. That all condition may cause death to the person. Okay, so these symptoms are present in the stage third or final stage of dementia. So we have seen the three stages of dementia. First is mild dementia, then second is moderate, and third is final stage, that is severe dementia. In short, it is given in that image. It is mild, moderate, severe dementia, and there all symptoms are present. In short, you can see that. Then next we will see about the warning signs of अल्जाइमर डिमेंशिया. ओके, ठीक है. कौन कौन से वार्निंग साइन होते हैं जिसके थ्रू हम लोग को पता चलता है कि पेशेंट को डिमेंशिया है. ओके, फर्स्ट इज व्हाट, मेमोरी लॉस. The patient having difficulty in remembering the things, the patient has decreased memory. The next is difficulty performing familiar task. जो भी familiar task है, familiar that means known task है, ठीक है. पहले से जो भी पर्सन कोई भी एक्टिविटी को किया रहता है, सेकेंड टाइम या तो फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम उसको करने में भी उसको क्या रहती है, परेशानी होती है, ठीक है. फर्स्ट टाइम तो करने में होती है, लेकिन फैमिलियर टास्क में भी उनको क्या होता है, परेशानी होता है. देन प्रॉब्लम विथ लैंग्वेज. द पर्सन even can't able to communicate ना, because of the प्रॉब्लम विथ लैंग्वेज, ठीक है. वो अपने लैंग्वेज, अपनी भाषा को भी पर्सन क्या होता है, भूल जाता है कभी कभी. द नेक्स्ट, डिसओरिएंटेशन टू टाइम एंड प्लेस. द पेशेंट इज नॉट ओरिएंटेड टू टाइम, प्लेस एंड पर्सन. द नेक्स्ट इज पुअर और डिक्रीज्ड जजमेंट. द पर्सन इज हैविंग द डिफिकल्टी टू जज, मीन्स पर्सन पर्सनल जजमेंट, सोशल जजमेंट, टेस्ट जजमेंट, ये सब में ये सारे जजमेंट पेशेंट के क्या होते हैं, इम्पेयर्ड होते हैं, ठीक है. देन प्रॉब्लम विथ एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग. दिस ऑल वी हैव सीन इन द मेंटल स्टेटस एग्जामिनेशन ना. सो प्रॉब्लम विथ एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंकिंग, द पेशेंट हैविंग द poor abstract thinking. Then misplacing things, the patient misplace the things, means the patient is not knowing the exact place of that particular thing na, that's why he always misplace things. Then changes in mood or behavior. The patient having the labile mood, ठीक है, means dynamic or changeable mood. Okay, then changes in personality. The patient having the changeful behavior, changeful personality. The patient can't stay in one personality. Okay, then loss of initiative. The patient is having the lack of initiative to do any task or work. Okay, so these all are a warning signs of Alzheimer dementia. The next we will see about the क्लिनिकल फीचर्स फॉर अल्जाइमर टाइप, ठीक है. हम डिमेंशिया के कौन कौन से क्लिनिकल फीचर्स या क्लिनिकल सिम्टम्स होते हैं वो देखते हैं अपन वन बाय वन. फर्स्ट इज व्हाट, पर्सनालिटी चेंजेस. द पेशेंट हैविंग द लैक ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इन डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज़, इजी mental fatigability, self-centered, withdrawal and decreased self-care. That all we have seen in stages. The person having the personality changes like lack of interest in the daily activities, he can't able to do the self-care, personal hygiene, easily mental fatigability, that means mood changes are there, self-centered behavior are there, withdrawal for the activities, and the person is even can't able to do the self-care activities. Okay, the next is मेमोरी इम्पेयरमेंट, ठीक है. रिसेंट मेमोरीज prominently affected, ठीक है. We have seen the three types of memory ना. First is immediate memory, second is recent memory, and third is remote memory. In that what happened, immediate that means few seconds to few hours, then recent memory that is hours to days, then remote memories up to year. Okay, so in that memory impairment, mainly impairment is there in the recent memory. Okay, then next is cognitive impairment. Next is what, cognitive impairment. In that disorientation, poor judgment, difficulty in abstraction, decreased attention span, ठीक है. cognitive impairment that means the dementia present in present affect in the frontal lobe. Okay, in that disorientation, poor judgment, the patient's judgment is impaired, difficulty in abstraction and decreased attention. The patient having the decreased attention span that we have seen in the mental status examination now. Okay, the next we will see affective impairment. The patient having labile mood, irritableness and depression. Labile, that means changeful mood, irritable always, and depressive, that means sad mood is there. Okay, so these all are affective impairment. Affective, that means mood na. The next is behavioral impairment. Here, stereotype behavior, alteration in sexual drives and activities, psychotic behavior is there. The next is the neurological impairment is there, stereotype behavior. The patient having the stereotype. Stereotype, that means the patient stay in particular one position, he can't move from his position. Okay, then alteration in sexual drive and the activities, these all are present in the neurological impairment. Okay, so these are all the symptoms or clinical features of dementia. First is personality changes, second is memory impairment, third is cognitive impairment, then next is affective impairment, behavioral impairment, and next is the neurological impairment. So these all are the clinical features. Sorry. The next we will see about the diagnosis of dementia. Here, following tests are used for the diagnosis. First is cognitive assessment evaluation, mini mental status examination, MMSE, so cognitive impairment. ठीक है, when we will do the mini mental status examination or mental status examination, in that condition we will know the what are the impairments of there, means cognitive impairment, judgment, abstraction, thinking, attention span, that all impairment will be there in the patient. Okay, the next is functional dementia scale. Through that we can also know the stages of dementia or degree of dementia, means in what stage the patient is there, stage first, stage second, or stage third. Okay, by their symptoms we can know that. The next is magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI of brain, shows structural and neurological changes. ठीक है, because of MRI we can know the sectional changes of the brain na, means what impairment is there in the which part of the brain, that we can know that in the MRI. Then spinal fluid analysis shows increased beta amyloid deposits. ठीक है, in that cause one thing is also included in the CNS fluid. Okay, cerebrospinal fluid, CSS fluid. Okay, sorry, in the CSF fluid what happens, the beta amyloid enzyme is excessively deposited. ठीक है, बीटा एमाइलॉइड एक प्रकार का क्या होता है, एंजाइम होता है, जो कि अगर एक्सेसिवली अमाउंट में CSF फूड में पाया जाता है, दैट में कॉज डिमेंशिया. सो इन बाय द एनालिसिस, बाय द एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ CSF फूड, वी कैन नो द वॉल्यूम ऑफ दैट बीटा एमाइलॉइड and we can investigate dementia. Okay, so these all are the diagnosis of dementia. First is MMSE, that is mini mental status examination, second is dementia scale, third is MRI, and next is CSF fluid analysis. Okay, then next we will see treatment modalities. In that, two main drugs are there for dementia. By heart we have to remember that. First is tracrin hydrochloride, that is known as Cognex, and second is donepezil hydrochloride. That two drug we have to remember. Okay, tracrin and donepezil hydrochloride. Okay, these are choice of a drug of choice for the dementia patient. The next is what, memantine and memantine, sorry. Then antipsychotic agents are there, risperidone, quetiapine, and olanzapine, that are atypical antipsychotic drug that we can give to the patient, those who are suffering from psychotic symptoms like hallucination, delusions, these all symptoms. If they are suffering, then we can give the antipsychotic agents. Four drugs are there. Then next we will give the antidepressant agent and mood stabilizers like serotonin we can give to the patient. So here in the treatment modalities for pharmacological management, mainly three drugs we have seen that. First is tracrin donepezil hydrochloride, that is drug of choice for the dementia. Then second is antipsychotic agents, in that we have seen the four drugs. And last we have seen the loss of low doses of selected serotonin reuptake inhibitor, SSIR. ठीक है, that we can give to the patient. In that what drug is included, sertraline. We can give sertraline to the patient. Okay, then next we will move towards the nursing management. ठीक है, in that firstly what we will do, assessment. Okay, assessment data for the patient with dementia should include a past health and medication history. We can assess the what data, past history of the patient. Through that we can know that. In that included data to be included for nursing assessment are, first is disorientation, means we will ask question to the patient, to the family members about the disorientation. Then mood changes, if any mood changes are there or not. Then fear for anything. Then suspiciousness behavior is there or not. Then self care deficit, means the patient is able to do the self care activities or not. Then social behavior, means the patient is able to socialize with the other persons or not. Then level of mobility, wandering behavior. Level of mobility, that means if the stereotype behavior is there in the patient or not. Okay, then judgment ability, sleep disturbance, speech and language impairment, hallucinations, illusions or delusions, that all are present or not. That type of question we will ask to the patient, or we can do the mental status examination with the patient to know the all impairments. Okay, so these all things we will do in the data assessment. Then next we will some points are also there. Bowel and bladder incontinence, apathy, means lack of interest in activities. Then any decline in nutritional status because the patient is not taking proper food na. Then recognition of family members, the patient is not able to recognize family members, that's why we will ask question regarding that also. Then identity, primary caregiver, support system and the knowledge based of the family members. ठीक है, we can assess the knowledge level of the patient, who are the supportive system of the patient, that data we have to collect. Okay, so these are all points are also included in the assessment data. The next we will move towards the nursing intervention. So here I told that the patient is not able to do even the self care activities, so we can provide a chart or a daily routine schedule for the patient. In that time and schedule or work activities are written that the patient can follow. ठीक है, मीन्स पेशेंट को अपन क्या देते हैं, एक चार्ट देते हैं डेली लिविंग एक्टिविटीज़ के लिए. ठीक है, जिसको क्या कर सकता है, अगर भूल जा रहे हैं कोई भी एक्टिविटी करने के लिए, जैसे कि बाथिंग हो गया, पर्सनल हाइजीन हो गया, फूड हो गया, स्लीपिंग हो गया, ये सब एक्टिविटीज़ करने के लिए अगर पेशेंट भूल जा रहा है तो उनको हम लोग एक शेड्यूल प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, जिसमें क्या लिखा होगा, time and the activities. Okay, that the patient can follow. So in that things what written, daily routine. ठीक है, we can provide assistant for the patient regarding daily routine activities. Then nutritional and body weight, personal hygiene, toilet habits and incontinence, accidents. ठीक है, how the patient can prevent from accidents, that we can educate the patient. Fluid management, how much amount of fluid the patient can take in per day. Then mood and emotions, wandering behavior, we can treat the wandering behavior of the patient by distracting the mind. Then disturbed sleep, we can allow nighttime sleep, and we can avoid the daytime sleeping of the patient, that in that condition we can maintain the sleep or insomnia. Then interpersonal relationship, by managing the language or communication we can maintain the interpersonal relations of the patient with the other societies or other groups. Okay, so these are the nursing intervention we can provide to the patient. Okay, so here management is completed. Next I will summarize the topic dementia. Okay, dementia. Here what is dementia? In the dementia condition, the patient having the alteration in cognitive abilities, intellectual functioning, perception, but without impairment in the consciousness. The conscious level or awareness level of the patient is intact. Okay, then next we have seen the classification of dementia. 5 types of dementia are there. Okay, first is cortical dementia, second is subcortical dementia, third is progressive dementia, and fourth is primary dementia, and last is the secondary dementia. Okay, history of dementia. Then next we have seen the definition of dementia. Then etiology, we have seen the treatable or reversible and untreatable or irreversible causes of dementia we have seen. Then types, then stages of dementia. Stages of dementia, it is divided into 3 stages. First is mild, then second is moderate, and third is severe. Okay, then warning, we have seen many signs, warning signs of dementia. Then clinical features, the patient having the cognitive impairment, intellectual impairment, personality changes, mood changes, these all clinical features are present in the dementia patient. Okay, the next is diagnosis. For diagnostic the dementia patient, first we have to do the mini mental status examination. Then dementia stages is there, then for that we can know that the degree of dementia or stages of dementia. Then third is what, CSF fluid analysis, through that we can know the beta amyloid accumulation in the CSF fluid. So these all are the diagnosis of dementia. Okay, then next is what, treatment modalities. So in the treatment modalities we have seen the two types of management. First is pharmacological management and second is what, the nursing management. In that pharmacological management we will give two types of drug of choice of dementia. Then we will give the antipsychotic drugs, and lastly we will give the lastly we will give the antidepressive drugs, that is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Okay, then nursing management are there. Here we will set schedule for the dementic patient for the daily routine activities. Okay, then here my topic dementia is completed. In the next class we will see about the delirium. Okay, thank you students.